Hello everyone, welcome to Constitutional Law lecture series. This is my second lecture. In my first lecture, I have discussed that in this lecture series on constitutional law, what all things I am going to discuss. तो मैंने बताया था कि we will discuss about what is constitution from article 1 to article 395. We will be discussing about amendments to the constitution, landmark cases, also legal current affair, particularly about constitution. Okay. So with this backdrop, I would like to finally start my first lecture. And my first lecture, as I already have informed you in my previous lecture, introductory lecture, that my first lecture is on constitution. So it is not like today I will talk about constitution of India or constitution of any other country, but I will just talk what is constitution, what is the meaning of constitution, what is the function of constitution, what is the purpose of constitution. So firstly, we have to appreciate the concept of constitution. Then only we can understand what is there in Constitution of India. So to start with, what is constitution? The constitution in layman language, we can say that it is a system of fundamental principles according to which a nation, a state, a corporation or any other body is governed. So through this definition, we can say that constitution is a set of fundamental principles of any body. So that particular body, whether it be state या वो organization हो या वो nation हो, जो भी body हो, that will run according to those fundamental set or fundamental rule, and that is constitution. So it's a very simple, in a very simple sense. Now we have to talk about constitution of countries. यहाँ हम वो बात नहीं करेंगे कि what is constitution of company, what is constitution of any institution. No. Okay. We are here talking about constitution of countries. How important is that? Now, if I talk about constitution as in context of countries, then I can say it is a set of political principles. Still, this definition is not perfect because it is not only political principles. Anyways, just to introduce the topic, let me take help of this sentence. The set of political principles by which a state or organization is governed, especially in relation to the rights of the people it governs. So this is saying that constitution is a set of political principles, है ना, which talks about what will be the relation between the state and its citizen in context of rights. So this is the another meaning of the word constitution. So I believe that so far you have understood that constitution is something, a document which is fundamental to run any organization. With the help of these two meaning, we can come to this conclusion, at least as of now, that constitution is a document which consists of the fundamental principles to run a state, to run a country, to run an organization or to run a company. Okay. Now, a constitution giving you another meaning. Okay, maybe so I will be giving you different meaning, different sentences. All the sentences are not complete in itself or themselves, but with the help of all the sentences, with the help of all the meaning and definition, finally we will understand what is constitution. Okay, so the next one is a constitution is a set of fundamental rule. अब इतना तो पता चल गया है कि जब भी कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन के बारे में लिखना है, हमें ये वर्ड यूज करना है कि कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन इज अ सेट ऑफ फंडामेंटल रूल. इतना तो लिखना ही पड़ेगा. That determine how a country or a state run. Again, same thing. That constitution is a document that determine, not just a document. We have to say constitution is a fundamental document. Okay, or set of fundamental rules to run a country, and how the country will run. That is, it will not only talk about how a country will run, but it will talk about what will be the relation between the state and its citizen. Anyways, so almost all constitutions are codified. which simply means that they are written down clearly. So if you are a student of law, or even though you are preparing for UPSC, or by any way you are related to constitution, so I think you must have heard this thing that Constitution of India is written, Constitution of America is written, but Constitution of United Kingdom is not written. It is unwritten. Okay, so at least for me it was a great confusion that how everyone can orally just hear it and remember it, and how will they follow it if something is not written, and that too we are talking about fundamental rule to govern a state, है ना? So I was very confused. How can it be unwritten? But obviously I did some research. Then I got to know, when we say that United Kingdoms or Britain's, there is a difference between United Kingdom, Britain, or I can say among United Kingdom, Britain, and then Greater Britain, England, like this. कभी और बात करेंगे उस पे. तो I was very confused. Then I did some research, and then I got to know that when we say that Constitution of UK is unwritten, we actually means that it is not codified, or even I would like to use another word, that it is not consolidated. It is written, we have documents, but all those documents are not into a single document. That is the meaning of that UK has in unwritten constitution. So it is not like they have not written it anywhere. It is just that it is not codified, or it is not a single document. So in UK, it means that they have like multiple documents, and they together constitute the Constitution of India. And I have a separate video on the Constitution of United Kingdom. So what is the feature of United Kingdom Constitution, history of making of it, because it is one of its kind, है ना? That's why I have discussed about that constitution. So that's a separate video. As of now, I have told you what is the concept of unwritten constitution. Now the thing is, majorly the constitutions are written, है ना? Because Britain has some kind of different history, that's why its constitution is unwritten one. But for rest of the countries, for many of the countries apart from New Zealand, Israel and Britain, for many democratic countries, the constitution is written one only. Okay, so yes, so this is the unwritten and written concept. Now coming back again to what is constitution. तो अभी तक हम ये समझ गए हैं कि कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन इज अ डॉक्यूमेंट विच इज फंडामेंटल, है ना? और आई कैन से इट इज अ सेट ऑफ रूल्स विच आर फंडामेंटल टू रन अ कंट्री, एंड इट एस्टैब्लिशेस द रिलेशन, और इट टॉक्स अबाउट द रिलेशन, विच काइंड ऑफ रिलेशन द स्टेट एंड इट्स सिटीजन विल शेयर. ठीक है? नाउ whenever there is constitution, we can assume, which is obviously right, that this constitution will at least talk about these things, because that is the element of the constitution, function of the constitution. For example, if I talk about law of crime, that is IPC or Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita. Yeah, the purpose of Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita is to define what is crime, is to give definition of various type of offenses or crimes. There I cannot look for what is the procedure in CPC. So the whole purpose of BNS or IPC is to give you the definition of crime. So that element will be there. That is substantive law है, सब आपको definition बताएगा. Similarly, when we talk about constitution, so what actually or what is the exact purpose of the constitution is to provide you a setup with which the country will run. So will it be having parliamentary system or presidential system, nature of the state, sovereign, secular, democratic. With this I am announcing it that next video will be, or next lecture will be on preamble of Indian Constitution. Anyways, coming back to constitution, so what will be the function of a state, what will be the setup of the state, what will be the nature of sharing of power among three organs of the government, है ना, sorry, three organs of the state, like this. So these are the things or elements which are there in constitution. Okay, so the first one, now you can also write it down because these elements are crucial to explain to other that this is constitution, है ना. आप भी समझो कि ये सब चीजें होंगी ही तभी वो डॉक्यूमेंट को आप कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन कह सकते हो. ठीक है. सो द फर्स्ट वन इज द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन विल हैव इंट्रोडक्टरी स्टेटमेंट विच टू अ ग्रेट एक्सटेंट एवरी लॉ हैज, है ना. एनीवेज, so a constitution will have introductory statement, but this introductory statement will set out the purpose of the constitution, है ना. For example, in the Constitution of India we have preamble. It is to some extent I can say introductory statement which talks about in a very crisp manner that these are the feature of the Indian Constitution, है ना. So in this case, this is our introductory statement, preamble. Next one is, next element of the constitution is a detailed description of how power is distributed between three branches. Now, three branches of state are, the first one is legislature, the second one is executive, and the third one is judiciary. ठीक है. We'll talk in some video about these organs also, because people are literally, I have found some people that they don't know the difference between executive and legislature. They think that bureaucracy is executive. That's the only answer they have, but they have to enrich their concept for executive. Anyways, so the second element is, this document will have a detailed description of how power is to be distributed between three branches of government, that is the legislature, the executive, and the judiciary, and also how there will be distribution of power between the center and the state. This distribution of power between the center and the state, and on the basis of this distribution you can say that this particular state is unitary in nature, this particular state is federal in nature, or according to K.C. Weir, that this particular state is quasi-federal, and this is a unique term only designed for India by K.C. Weir, है ना. So this is the thing that on the basis of how much power either unitary or central government is enjoying or state government is enjoying, on the basis of this you can say that whether a state or nation is a unitary in nature or federal in nature, है ना. We'll have a video on this also. Anyways, फिर जो थर्ड चीज है essential, third essential is a guarantee of certain basic right. Very 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 crucial. The constitution task is not only to set up what will be the structure of the state, what will be the power sharing this, but also that it will guarantee its citizen certain basic right. In context of India we have fundamental rights, है ना. In context of United America, not United America, United States of America, we have bills of right. In UK also we have bills of right, like this, है ना. I think bills of right is for UK only, not for USA. Anyways, है ना. So the third is a guarantee of certain basic right to be enjoyed by its people, its citizens, and also a constitution will, okay, the third one applies to some constitution and not, but these are the three things, core things, or this is the essential of the constitution. The first one is the constitution will have an introductory statement. It's not all. This introductory statement will actually set out the purpose of the whole constitution, है ना. Then it will also describe what will be the distribution of power among the states, also between center and state, also between between three branches of state, है ना. So this is the second one. And the third one, which is obviously in all the cases it will be there, that the constitution will guarantee a certain basic rights to be enjoyed by its citizens, है ना. So this is constitution. Now if I am talking about constitution of Germany, you have to assume that this document will be basically talking about these things. बहुत सारी चीजें आप इंक्लूड कर सकते हो, जैसे कि इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन, वी हैव 395 आर्टिकल एंड यू विल नॉट बिलीव दैट अमेरिका हैज ओनली 27 आर्टिकल्स. सो दिस इज द डिफरेंस. ऐसे ही नहीं बोलते इंडिया हैज लेंथीएस्ट कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन. इट इज नॉट लेंथीएस्ट बाय ओनली 1 or 2 आर्टिकल, बट देयर इज अ ह्यूज डिफरेंस. 395 articles, and if you will include all the amendments, that is those article 12, not 12A, but like 39A, और I can say 51A, ऐसे तुम ये क्लॉज, ये सारे आर्टिकल भी गिन लोगे, it will exceed 450, है ना. तो we have the lengthiest constitution, no doubt. Now, तो इतना तो सब कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन बोलेंगे ही, these are the essentials. But in addition to this, the constitution can talk about other thing also. For example, in the case of India, our constitution does talk about that is what will be the 3 organs of the state, their setup, their function and everything. It also give you emergency provision. It also give you fundamental duties, right, principle of state policy. It also give you public service commission. It also talk about what will be the what will be the status of trade and commerce in the state. So हाँ, इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन बहुत बातें बोलता है, लेकिन इट्स गुड ऑल्सो, क्योंकि अगर हमने उसको इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में रख दिया है तो दे कैरी विद देम अ डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ वेटेज, तो उसके साथ कोई ईजिली छेड़खानी नहीं कर सकता है. सो इट्स अ गुड दैट वी हैव अ लॉन्ग कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन and Indian people can learn that much constitution. हम लोग याद कर लिया है from article 1 to 395. So not a very big task to understand Indian constitution, है ना. Now coming to nature. What is the nature of constitution? तो आप constitution को कैसे बताओगे? अगर हम किसी इंसान का नेचर बताते हैं तो हो सकता है हम बोलें कि वो इंसान बहुत शालीन है, लेकिन वो इंसान बहुत घमंडी भी है, और वो इंसान एक और कोई बता दो कुछ चीज़ें, बहुत सुंदर है, ये उसके फीचर हैं, है ना. तो ऐसे ही हमारे कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन के भी कुछ फीचर और नेचर है कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन का, है ना. हमारा कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन का क्या नेचर है? हमारा कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन का ये नेचर है कि ये एक सोशल डॉक्यूमेंट भी है, ये एक लीगल डॉक्यूमेंट भी है, और फंडामेंटल तो है ही है. तो अगर मैं बोलूं दैट अ कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन इज द सेट ऑफ फंडामेंटल लीगल पॉलिटिकल प्रिंसिपल, तो भी ये सही है, क्योंकि इट इज नॉट ओनली लॉ, lot more politics is in there in Constitution of India, because that only lay down the foundation of politics, है ना. तो anyways, तो ये है अपना नेचर ऑफ इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन. अब अगर मैं ये बोलूं कि आप प्लीज़ मुझे और बताओ कि ये कैसे लीगल डॉक्यूमेंट भी हो गया, ये कैसे सोशल डॉक्यूमेंट भी हो गया, और ये कैसे पॉलिटिकल डॉक्यूमेंट भी हो गया. सो इट हैज़ 3 कैरेक्टरिस्टिक. लीगल डॉक्यूमेंट भी है, सोशल डॉक्यूमेंट भी है, और हमारा पॉलिटिकल डॉक्यूमेंट भी है. तो लीगल डॉक्यूमेंट कैसे है? बिकॉज इट टॉक्स अबाउट जस्टिस, है ना. सुप्रीम कोर्ट का पूरा सेटअप दे दिया कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में, और सब चीज लॉ ही है. वेन एवर देयर इज एनी क्वेश्चन ऑन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन, इट इज ओनली लीगल फ्रेटर्निटी दैट कम्स इनटू द पिक्चर एंड सॉल्व इट. तो लीगल डॉक्यूमेंट तो है ही है ना. इफ यू विल वायलेट इट, यू विल बी पनिश्ड. Government will be punished if government frames or passes some law which is ultra-vires to the constitution. तो legal document तो है. उसके बाद social document है, क्योंकि it talks about culture, that is reflecting and influencing shared values and principles. आप DPSP देख लो, it talks about social and economic rights. पॉलिटिकल एंड सिविक राइट की बात नहीं करते हैं, सोशल एंड इकोनॉमिक राइट्स की बात करते हैं. फिर आप फंडामेंटल ड्यूटीज देख लो, उसमें कितने हैं, दैट वी हैव टू डेवलप दिस कॉमन सेंस ऑफ ब्रदरहुड, हमें ये करना है ना, कल्चर हेरिटेज बचाना है. तो ये सोशल डॉक्यूमेंट भी है और ये पॉलिटिकल तो है ही है, क्योंकि इट टॉक्स अबाउट हाउ द पावर विल बी डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड. अब पावर है तो पॉलिटिक्स है ना, तो इट इज अ पॉलिटिकल डॉक्यूमेंट ऑल्सो. नाउ सो आई कैन end this lecture with this concluding remark that the term constitution refers to the principles, rules and laws that establish and underpin a political system. The constitution creates and defines the power of different political institutions and determine how they should relate with each other. Separation of power. पढ़ेंगे, सब पढ़ेंगे एक एक करके. हाउ दे विल रिलेट, हाउ दे शुड रिलेट टू ईच अदर. इट सेट्स आउट द लिमिट ऑफ दिस पावर. रूल ऑफ लॉ, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनलिज्म की लिमिट भी बता दे रहे हैं, आपको इससे आगे नहीं जाना है, आपको इससे आगे नहीं जाना है. देयर शुड नॉट बी ओवरलैपिंग ऑफ रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज और फंक्शन. जो भी बोलो, एग्जीक्यूटिव अलग है, लेजिस्लेचर अलग है, जुडिशरी अलग है, सेपरेशन ऑफ पावर है. तो it sets out the limits of these power and regulates the relationship between state and citizens, है ना. इसके बाद so with this this is all about constitution. एक चीज और बता दूंगी, जैसे कि constitution holds a different value in a country. That is, if you have studied jurisprudence, then you must have heard this when Kelsen said that it is the grand norm. That is, it is the main law. All the laws are subject to Constitution of India. You can literally have Constitution of India at one hand and all other laws on other hand. Again, you will this will prevail, because all these subjects, all these laws, all these legislation, all these policies, program, और क्या होता है, रूल्स, रेगुलेशन, ऑर्डर, दे ऑल आर सब्जेक्ट टू कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ऑफ इंडिया. दैट्स वाई कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ऑफ इंडिया इज द फंडामेंटल. इट इज अ डॉक्यूमेंट विच कैन नेवर बी वायलेटेड. दिस इज द ग्रैंड नॉर्म, और दिस होल्ड्स not just a special but the highest place in a country. With this I am ending this lecture. If you have any doubt, you can obviously ask to me. You can put your question in the comment box. We will discuss. And जब मैं कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन पढ़ाऊंगी तो कुछ ऐसे टर्म्स होंगे जो रेफर करने पड़ते हैं, जैसे फेडरल स्ट्रक्चर है, यूनिटरी स्ट्रक्चर है. तो ये सब मैं अभी तो मैं रेफरेंस के लिए बोलना ही पड़ेगा, बिकॉज दैट इज द फीचर ऑफ इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन. लेकिन मैं डिफरेंट वीडियो भी बनाऊंगी इस पर, और मैं उसमें डिफाइन करूंगी ये कॉन्सेप्ट्स. तो भले ये कॉन्सेप्ट मतलब दे आर इटसेल्फ अ होल कॉन्सेप्ट. सो इस क्लास में मैं उनको इंडिविजुअली डिफाइन नहीं करना चाहती हूँ, उनके लिए सेपरेट वीडियो बनेगा. एंड ऑल्सो इन नेक्स्ट लेक्चर वी विल बी टॉकिंग अबाउट मेकिंग ऑफ इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन और हिस्ट्री ऑफ इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन. And then next topic will be salient feature of Indian Constitution. And then I will take preamble, है ना. पहले कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन का सेट कर लो कॉन्सेप्ट, उसके बाद हम इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन पे आएंगे. ओके, थैंक यू सो मच एवरीवन.